Action, Dr. Gearhart.
I'm Chris Gearhart, Department Head in Communication Studies and Associate Professor. I've been Department Head for 4 years now, and I've been at Tarleton since 2013, making this my 8th year. One of my favorite things is getting to experience the students that we have here. The students are friendly, they're polite, and they're really excited about learning.
I served the department from 2017 to 2018 as department chair, and I came in after Dr. Charlie Howard, which those are big shoes to fill.
My name is Charles Howard, and I came here in 1991, so I've been here for 30 years at Tarleton State University. And when I came here, it was the Department of Speech and Fine Arts, and we became our own department in 2006, and I was the inaugural department head. And I was the department head for 11 years until 2017. And in those days, we were in Davis Hall, and then we moved over to this new renovation in the Grant building. Everything has changed. It is nothing like it was when I came here in '91. We had very few faculty. We were only dealing with speech and then later journalism. Now we have all kinds of programs. And it's all due really to the other people, to the faculty who have come in here and worked and built and created student success.
The building experience was quite a challenge. I served as the project manager and was able to see some things that I had never imagined before. But I think in the end, the new classroom spaces that were able to be used with movable desks so faculty could flip their classroom and do a lot of group projects if that's what was important, those were a nice addition. The dean's office was able to move to that and be more accessible to students in a location because the Grant building is one of the most highly utilized classroom buildings on campus. And then certainly on the 3rd floor, the addition of the communications department space, moving them from Davis Hall, where they were all on separate floors and it might be a little bit difficult for students to navigate. They got to move over to the Grant building, and there they were in state-of-the-art facilities.
So I've been with the department for 33 years, and I've seen a lot of the evolution, as I said earlier, from paper grade books to everything's on the computer now. We even turn in our grades on the computer instead of the purple bubble scantrons that we used to use for that and for testing. And just watching the growth of the numbers of people but the different specialties, because when I started it was speech. And then it slowly started to expand. Journalism was next. And then it just it's continued to grow because now we have travel and tourism. So it's our newest little branch. It just keeps growing.
You know, one thing that Dr. Howard was immensely impactful in terms of my professional growth was about the time that we moved into Davis Hall. I started my Ph.D. program, and I remember calling Dr. Howard and saying, Dr. Howard, I'm in Montana. I was accepted into my graduate program, and I'm going to start classes in the fall. And the one thing he said to me is, okay, we'll make it happen. And he did. He made it happen where I could continue to work full-time as a Tarleton faculty member, get the Ph.D., get through all that complicated process. And my personal and professional growth kind of paralleled our department growth, and I think that made me a better faculty member to help our students grow.
A big part of our growth has been because of our 3 chairs, Dr. Charles Howard, Dr. Lori Helvey Mason, and Dr. Chris Gearhart. My contribution to the university in this time, besides teaching digital video, art of film, and mass comm, has been 9 study abroads to various continents, Africa, Central America, multiple trips to Europe.
My name is Dr. Jennifer Edwards, and I have been at Tarleton State for almost 15 years. It has been incredible, and I enjoy working with my colleagues every single day. The students are amazing, and in fact, we've been able to accomplish so much in the last 15 years. Most notably, we have provided outreach to the community through 2 initiatives, the Texas Social Media Research Institute and the Rural Communication Institute. Those are 2 premier institutes within our department amongst see others, but we all work together to truly get out the message of the importance of communication.
Hi, my name is Dr. Karley Goen, and I teach in the Communication Studies Department here at Tarleton State University. And my classes that I teach are business and professional communication classes, as well as event coordination, travel and tourism, and trade show management. I've been at Tarleton State University since the fall of 2009, and I really enjoy the new concentration that we have to offer, which is called TEAMS, Travel, Events, Activities Management, where it gives students real-world experiences working alongside clients in the Cross Timbers region, the Metroplex, here on campus, and within the greater community of Stephenville.
Well, hi, I'm Sarah Mabin, and I've been with Tarleton since 2011, so I can't believe it's been 10 years now. When I started, I was an adjunct teaching 5 classes over 2 different universities. And a funny story is that I got to interview for the job twice. It was put in a frozen state by the government, and so I was happy that second round to land a full-time job at Tarleton. And so we've had some really fun things happen over the last 10 years that I've been here, 15 for the department.
I work with the Tarleton State University Gay Straight Alliance. I started with that student org in 2012. We had a couple of faculty members that retired, and so I got to step in and take over with them. Now, I get to say, we're a long-running org that does a lot of events on campus. Every year we host the Tarleton Pride Festival. That's in the fall, usually October, either right before or right after homecoming, that celebrates LGBTQ students, really all students.
So I've been here at Tarleton State since 2013, and I teach interpersonal communication is sort of the area that I was hired on to teach, but I also teach public speaking, organizational communication. I'm also the graduate advisor for our communication studies program, and so I teach communication theory and organizational communication at the grad level, small group, courses like that. One of the favorite things I like to do is really engage students with current events in the classroom, give them an opportunity to share their ideas and opinions about what's going on in the world. So one of the things I do at every class period is I walk in and I say, hey, what's going on in the world? I do that in every class, at the beginning of every class. So we actually take time out to talk about what's going on in the world.
My name is Liza Benedict, and I am a professor who teaches public relations and social engagement. I work in tandem with Dr. Winslow, and we try to make sure that our students are prepared for the real world where they can go out and deliver public relations message and make their clients look good. I used to work in the public relations field. I actually used to run marketing and communications offices and departments in universities, a couple of different universities, including here at Tarleton. And once I got my doctorate, I decided I didn't really want to stay in the administration field anymore. I really wanted to move to teaching and pass along the type of knowledge that I had gathered throughout my career to the students that we have here at Tarleton.
I oversee the public relations and social engagement concentration. Another area that I enjoy being a part of is that I also oversee our internships for most of our communications concentrations. In doing so, I build partnerships with local businesses and nonprofit institutions, and then I teach our online COM 4384 course. I also teach within the PRSC concentration. I teach COM 3320 Public Relations, and I teach our capstone course, which is Applied PR and Event Management, and it's a course that requires our students to work with an actual client on a real world, a real PR-related project. It requires students to search for employment, resulting in more than half of the students each semester having job offers before they graduate.
I'm Kirk Wise. I've been here at Tarleton since 2018. I teach a digital video production class, sports communication class, some speech classes, and also a broadcast production class. My background is in digital video production, television production. I worked primarily in the outdoor industry and in the sports industry, doing shows for Fox Sports Southwest. I did a show called the Fox Sports Outdoors Report. which is a regional fishing report for our area, and then also did pregame and postgame for Mavericks and Stars and Rangers and some of the major league teams here in the area, as well as working for creative services at Fox Sports Southwest.
I am the journalism guy. I teach courses, our core journalism courses that include news writing and gathering, feature writing, and broadcast journalism. On top of my teaching load, I'm also the faculty advisor for the Texan News Service. And the Texan News Service is really a one-of-a-kind laboratory opportunity for our students, where they produce a monthly printed newspaper. They produce weekly video news broadcast. We're going to be producing an actual hard copy magazine in the spring. So it's a one-stop shop here at the news service.
I enjoy being at Tarleton because of the diversity of the students. I've had students literally from all over the world, from Malaysia, from Australia, from Poland, and of course all over the great nation of Texas. I enjoy being here. I enjoy the students that I teach, and a while back I taught debate and was in charge of Texan debate, but now Mr. Dawson does that. But I've enjoyed being here. It's a wonderful place, and I'm very proud of my students.
My contribution with the debate is once a semester we have a department-wide debate where we tackle a number of topics. Who knows what they're going to be. This semester we're doing the assault weapons ban, and we get students from my class, from all the classes, in the all the core classes, and I even have a couple kids that aren't tied to the department at all.
I've been here since, 2018, fall of 2018. My wife is an instructor, assistant professor of an English department. And I'm teaching Comms 1311, which is Introduction to Speech. I also teach Comm 1316, which is News Photography 1, and Comm 3321, which is Advertising. And during the summer, I also have taught Comms 1315, which is Public Speaking.
Hi, I'm Krystal Henderson. I'm the Admin Associate for Communication Studies. I currently work with faculty on travel, purchasing, supervising student workers, GAs, and take care of textbook adoptions, submit syllabi. I love working with a group of educators that truly care about their students and their future. They're passionate about their career, and I appreciate that.
I'm coming at this as a second career. I spent 25 years in broadcast industry and video production, and so I try to bring that into when I interact with the students. Overall, it's been, students are great. They're energetic. They're trying to be, I try to pull stuff out of them in discussion. So, and the approach I take is probably unique for me because I try to, say, guys, this is what you need to know and what you need to learn and be able to be successful after your college career. And so that's the approach I always take.
I think I'm the only faculty member that was a student. It's definitely different getting to be around people who are your professors this much. I will say for our department, everybody is fairly consistently themselves in and out of the classroom. I do appreciate that a lot. I try to do that myself. I try to not change too much between the person I am in here and the person I am in the classroom. I think that matters. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Both have been a joy. It was good enough whenever I went through the program that I wanted to join the faculty. So I feel like we produce good students, and I think we contribute greatly in producing thinkers.
I do research in the area of communication apprehension, and many of the students that take my basic public speaking classes are people that have had a problem with public speaking classes. They have a great fear of it, and I do everything I can to put them at ease and help them get through the basic speech course. And that's one of the most exciting things I think I do, is to help people finish the basic speech course successfully.
It's really a media convergence center that we host here on the 3rd floor of the Grant Building. The third hat I wear here is I am the director of the Texas Center for Community Journalism. I am honored to come in behind two distinguished former directors, both for the TNS and the center. The TNS was founded by a man named Danny Malone, and about 15 years ago. And Dan had a vision here for the TNS to give students on-the-job experience. The Texas Center for Community Journalism was founded by a man named Tommy Thomason at Texas Christian University about the same time ago, probably 15 years ago. Tarleton inherited the center in early 2020.
I worked at the radio station for about 2.5 years as radio station coordinator, and I still send students in the broadcast production class over there to do air shifts. They do event calendars. They'll do some news reports for the station here on campus. So I do think that's a valuable thing that we have to offer here. What I would like to do is help connect students into the industry, the sports communication industry, with jobs, and have them set up with skills that they can enter into the industry in any kind of job they can find at any level, and then they'll have the education to climb that ladder, climb the production ladder as far as responsibilities go, and climb the market ladder. Maybe they start out in a small market, but they've got the skills and the background that they can climb up pretty quickly to a larger market.
Another thing about myself is I teach our crisis communication course, which we've not been able to do since 2019, but I'm hoping to bring it back next year, where the students spend spring break working on a crisis communications project and helping in a disaster relief zone. Our crisis communication course, we took spring 2018, spring 2019, and the students in that course went to, over spring break, we went down to Rockport and we partnered with Samaritan's Purse. We spent a week where we rebuilt homes and helped with restoring Rockport following Hurricane Harvey. The students interacted with the community. They interviewed as part of their course project. They interviewed survivors and they met with people when we weren't rebuilding homes. It was just a wonderful opportunity to learn how to crisis communications in all levels.
I get to work one-on-one with students, and I get to see their interest and their excitement, and get to see them in the start of their journey when they're looking to decide what they're going to do with their life. And I get to help them get there, and that is so meaningful to me. And I think that we have incredibly hardworking, dedicated students here at Tarleton, respectful, caring, and considerate. I really appreciate and enjoy working with them, and I also really appreciate and enjoy working with my colleagues here in Comm Studies. I think we have a terrific department that gets along really well. We joke and we laugh and we make fun of each other in a good way.
One of my favorite things I like to do is outside of teaching and outside of Tarleton State is play music, and I've been lucky enough to score some of the study abroad documentaries that have been made by Dr. Anderson, and so I actually compose music for those things. So music is a very important thing to me in my world, and it's sort of one of the lenses that I look through to make sense of my own world. I have a radio program here at Tarleton State as well. My radio program is called Random Tracks, and it airs twice a week here at Tarleton State on Thursdays and Fridays. And I play everything, and that's why it's called Random Tracks. So I play music from 1920s to present day. I like popular music, not pop music in the sense of bubblegum pop music, but what's popular out there in the world.
The other student org that I'm involved in is the Tarleton Equestrian Team. We have been active since 2011. They've been active a little longer than that. I've been their faculty advisor since 2011. We have gone to nationals 4 times, competing against colleges all over the United States. Every year Our students compete all over the Southwest United States. And then when they qualify for nationals, they go up north and into New York State. And we have placed top 10 in nationals several times. Our coach is actually a product of the communications department and the College of Ag and Communication.
Some of the things I'm proud of are the launch of our master's program and really watching those students develop and transition careers and use that master's degree for promotions and job changes. And one of the newest things for me is since 2019, I've been based here at the Fort Worth campus. And so we have a beautiful campus off of the Chisholm Trail Parkway. So some of the classes I teach are ethics, I teach social media analytics, I teach both online and on our Fort Worth campus for our undergraduate students and our graduate students. And it's really rewarding to see now a lot of our alumni and graduates are ascending into some senior level positions in event management, at convention centers, in public relations, and journalism, and really watching them grow in their careers.
My favorite class to teach here at Tarleton State University is my bread and butter class called Business and Professional Communication. I love that class so much because it helps students get them prepared and prepped with their elevator speeches, their resumes, their cover letters, and helping them just be more viable and marketable in the workplace today. It's a lot of fun because I have all 6 colleges represented in my collegiate classrooms, and I get to see a wide swath of students in a 16-week time period, helping and aiding them reach the benchmarks or the assimilation process of gaining an additional experience, whether it's an intern to learn or a work study, or maybe it's a shadow program or an internship while they're in that sophomore level class.
So with the Texas Social Media Research Institute, it's been amazing. So this is the 11th year. Yes, I will repeat it. The 11th year of our Texas Social Media Conference. And so with our Texas Social Media Conference, last year was virtual. And then this year we are definitely going to have a face-to-face component. We'll have our state agencies, we'll have our federal and also our county and city governments attending as well school districts. But we are excited about having everyone in person and also the virtual piece. We even have people coming or attending from as far as Qatar. And so we're excited about the international outreach that we are developing as well. We have several interns with that program who are interning for TSMRI as well as serving as internship fellows for the Rural Communication Institute. This has been an amazing experience at Tarleton. My colleagues are we're always excited for one another. It's always a collaborative effort. And so one thing that has truly changed, especially moving from Davis Hall to here, it's almost like night and day. But one thing that has not changed is the camaraderie within our department. We support each other. We promote what each other are doing and the research interests that they have. And one thing that I just really, really appreciate about our department is that we are definitely a team that is focused on making sure that our society becomes better than the year before.
In my final segment, I'd like to thank all of the students who took my communication studies courses either in film, art of film, digital video, or accompanied me on the study abroad adventures. I hope that you learned as much from me as I've learned from all of you.
I think I'm very grateful to have been part of the growth of our department. Tarleton has not only allowed me to experience growth in terms of watching our department grow, but personal, professional growth as well.
Excited we've gone from speech to speech communication, and now we're communication studies. So I like that we finally evolved into the more nationally standardized name. And I did a lot of advising for students, and now I coordinate the assessment for the core courses. Even after I got my doctorate, I still love the core courses, and I primarily teach there, though I've expanded out into interpersonal and groups, junior and senior level courses. I still primarily teach core courses because I love them, and I love the freshmen.
I think the communication studies graduate students, once they leave this program, they are ready for anything because of the expertise of the faculty, the content knowledge they possess, and their real-world experiences in each of their majors. So I'm so grateful for what this department, the faculty and staff have given to the students of Tarleton State University, whether it's in the core curriculum classes where they're learning just basic speeches and how to deliver those, or if it's our communication studies majors who are going to go on to do great things. They are the winners and the beneficiaries from this great department.
Everything has changed. It is nothing like it was when I came here in '91. We had very few faculty. We were only dealing with speech and then later journalism. Now we have all kinds of programs, and it's all due really to the other people, to the faculty who have come in here and worked and built and created student success through experiences and expertise and classes and internships, and I've really just kind of been a facilitator all those years.
I found that it was interesting to approach the chair position and the department, my time there, really from that equity lens, making sure that our students had access to the courses at the times, the buildings, locations that they needed, and really striving to connect them to things that would help their trajectory, work them through in those 8-semester plans, and getting them to the graduation stage on time, and then working with our faculty to connect with internship opportunities, hands-on learning moments, and doing all of the great things that we do in comm studies, where our students are learning as they go through our program in such a pivotal way for their future careers.
I really enjoyed that we have a real clear mission in our department, that we have a focus on real-world learning experiences and developing students through a hands-on education. Looking at the future of the department, I see some tremendous areas of growth and opportunities for our students. I see Division I athletics as being a great opportunity for our sports communications students, as well as our journalism and broadcasting students, in order to get real-world experience working with Division I athletics and producing Tarleton sports. I also see great future for our public relations and social engagement program. Social media is not going away, so I think that we're on the cutting edge there. And then lastly, I see great opportunities for our travel, event, and activity management program. I think that as this program expands into Fort Worth, and as the Stephenville community expands in terms of building event centers and hotels, I think there's going to be great opportunities for our students to intern and work in the hospitality and tourism industry. So all of these are great avenues for our students to get real-world learning experiences and build their resumes.
Good afternoon, Texas. I wasn't bad, but this is the most special day in the life of the university. And for each of these graduates, let's try this again. Good afternoon, Texas. I'm Dr. James Hurley, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as president of this outstanding university. Welcome to the 224th commencement of Tarleton State University.